Hello everyone! Today we're going to read the story of Juan, who is always comparing himself to his friend Fly, forgetting that he's special in his own way. Let's find out if he realizes that he's a lucky fish. In a coral reef just off the wild coast, a lowly, oversized fish called Juan was complaining to his long-suffering and kind friend Fly, the seahorse. As usual. "I'm so basic," he drawled. "I mean, look at me. I look like any other fish in the sea. But you, Fly, you're so majestic with your golden crown, bright colours and patterns. Me, on the other hand, I'm just another Juan tilapia." His voice trailed off. "Oh, Juan," was all she could say, and did her best to comfort him with a warm and squeezy hug in that coral reef just off the wild coast. Suddenly, breaking the embrace, Juan announced, "I'm going, friend. I'm going to get the gold." He was referring to the shimmering gold coins that surrounded the shipwreck in a murky place deep down on the ocean floor. Legend has it that humans dropped the coins there for luck and success as they sailed by. It was also rumoured that the coins could magically transform any sea creature into whatever they wished. The rumour had yet to be proven true. "That's where all my troubles will end," Juan proclaimed. "I just know that once I get my hands on that gold, I'll be special," said Juan as he made off for the gold. "Ooh, that's a bad idea," Fly shouted. She couldn't keep up with Juan as he powered through the water. "You don't need gold to be special. You just need to appreciate who you are." But her words were in vain, as Juan was already too far to have heard. When Fly arrived at the wreck, Juan was already about to gobble up a nearby coin. "That's a really bad idea," she shouted. It was too late. Juan began choking. "Oh, Juan, I wish you would listen." "Help! Help! Someone! Anyone!" Fly pleaded. Out of nowhere, a lone, high-pitched voice sounded.
"And what are you kids doing in a place like this?"
Quickly followed by popping eyes, a body, and 8 tentacles. "Thank goodness, ma'am," Fly said, sighing with relief.
It's actually Sir,"
replied the octopus, clearly offended.
"to be precise, it's Professor Dr. Ostentatiousness PhD with an MBA.
"Look, Professor What, my friend is choking. Can you help?" Fly asked, pointing at Juan, who in the meantime was coughing, spluttering, and coughing some more. After some pondering, the octopus replied in earnest.
"It looks like he's choking."
Juan was now regretting his choices. At first, Fly was confused. Then she was gobsmacked. It finally made sense to her why he would be here. He was a silly octopus, just like the other creatures that believed in the rumour of the wish-granting coins. Fly, noticeably annoyed, responded, "Look, can you help or not?"
"Of course I can,"
replied the octopus.
"I am, after all, Dr. Professor Ostentatiousness, MBA with a PhD, remember? Now, how about we use the hook on that string that just mysteriously appeared over there? We can put it in his mouth and yank out the gold."
It was a terrible idea. "That's the worst idea ever," Fly blurted out. "Is there anybody else that can help?" she shouted. Ignoring Juan and Fly, the silly octopus went ahead with his plan.
Almost there. And perfect.
It was terrible. First, a small tug. Then, a mighty yank. And then yonk. Juan was pulled up to the surface.
"No!"
screamed a distraught Fly.
"Oh, Juan, why did you have to chase after that foolish gold?"
sobbed Fly. Meanwhile, Juan, who was a very large fish, wiggled and pulled and tugged with all his might. First, the coin popped out and sank to the bottom of the ocean. Then, suddenly, the string snapped, and finally the hook feebly gave up its hold and drifted away. Juan was so large and strong, far more than he had even realized. He then slowly tumbled back to the bottom, where the silly octopus was still pointing at him in amazement.
Look, it's your friend. I saved him,
he called out. Fly was beside herself with relief. Juan, how did you escape?
Well, I wiggled and I pulled and tugged with all my might, and then I broke free. I never knew I had it in me,
said Juan.
I never knew tilapia possessed such a great strength and speed,
uttered the octopus in amazement.
Juan is the only tilapia I know with such great strength and speed,
replied Fly proudly.
All this time I've been complaining and not appreciating what I have, Juan noted. Now I see I never needed that gold after all,
he added.
This is what I've been trying to tell you all along,
replied Fly.
We are all special and unique in our own way. Let that be a lesson. And that includes you too, Professor Doctor.
Call me Hank,
interrupted the octopus.
Indeed, I've learned a very good lesson today.
He nodded in agreement.
I'm glad to be alive to learn this lesson,
Juan chipped in.
I guess I'm just one lucky fish. Get it? One,
joked the grateful oversized fish to his seahorse friend as they laughed and made their way back to the coral reef just off the wild coast. The end. Juan really is a lucky fish, isn't he? If you enjoyed this story, be sure to check out the other stories in this Wimpy series. They're all special in their own way. Goodbye, everyone, and remember, you are special just the way you are.